I cannot take myself seriously. I really can't. I look really pretty. Just thought I'd put that out there. Love yourself first. You know what I mean? Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to the vlog. So sorry for the high energy. I feel like so excited today for some reason. I think it's because it's a new month, so I'm just excited for what's to come. But something I was thinking was, you know how I say like hello beautiful people? I'm thinking we change it. I'm thinking we say hello beautiful angels, because that seems a little more, you know, a little more on brand. Don't decide yet, like let it simmer, but I think we might be changing it, okay? Anyway, so today, since we have some new energy, new vibes, I thought I would talk a little bit about cycles, the closing of cycles, and also like cutting ties. But I'm gonna go get Starbucks right now. I'll take you guys to Starbucks with me if you want to come. I'm already gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna get a chai tea latte with almond milk, so yeah, and it's not even that good, but I'm still gonna go get it. So let's go to Starbucks, then we'll come back here, we'll film, we'll talk. This is also the fit today. We got the Converse, right? Cute. The jeans from Zara that once I wear them once, they stretch out and they're too big for me. Then we got the sweater and the hair and the face. Never looked better. Truly thriving. Okay, this intro was way too long. Okay, we're just gonna go. And maybe I'll find some pretty trees on the way to go with this fall, October aesthetic. Maybe we'll see some pumpkins. Okay, let's just go. Look at the pretty trees. Honestly, such a vibe. Look at these fall vibes and a little fire hydrant. My Starbucks, how cute. Okay, I wanted to share a story. I shared this with some of my friends, but you guys are my family, so I feel like something's coming this month. I feel like something's different. I don't know. I'll let you guys know what it is when it happens, but one of the reasons why I love going to my psychic is because why is there a little, can this? Okay, sorry. Because she like tells me a little bit about the future, and I just, a crow. Oh my gosh, I just love knowing about the future. I know it's pretty much just so I can like know that everything's gonna be okay, which might sound crazy, like just let things be. So like with this thing that I feel like is coming in, I just like want to know what it is, but I feel like they're gonna surprise me. Anyway, so a couple nights ago I was like asking them, I was like, I feel like I know what it is, but I'm missing something. And I was like going through my journal and I was going through my psychic readings, and a lot of the things were like the same. So I was like, okay, I think I kind of know, but I know it's gonna be something like better than what I think. So I was just asking them for a sign. I was like, please send me a message, please send me a message. Usually they send me messages through my dreams, but I have to like interpret them myself. It's just a bunch of random things. So I'm like, oh, this probably means this. But 2 nights ago, there was like someone in my closet. This was in my dream, or like in my closet area, I don't even know. And it was a woman, and she said, our strongest desires come to us when we believe in ourselves and trust the process. And then I heard 2 knocks, and then I woke up. And I don't know if the knocks are like a significant meaning. I think they were just there to wake me up, because like they were loud, and I like immediately woke up. And I wrote that down. But isn't that like the clearest message you could ever ask for? And I do believe in myself, but maybe I need to believe in myself more and have a little bit more trust in the process and stop waiting or like asking for things to come. You know what I mean? So if this resonates with anyone else, please take it, because I feel the need to share this with you guys. Like, you might need some sort of message, but isn't that crazy? It's like ask and it's given. I asked for a sign, they were like, sure, here you go. Like, okay, say less, spiritual queen. We're back. How do we feel about the beautiful angels thing, right? It's cute. We're gonna do it. I got the Starbucks. I also got a cookie because, you know, treat yourself. It's a Sunday. It's so good. I brought also my famous coloring out. just in case we channel some messages during this. So I want to talk about what did I even say? I'm like, I just have all this energy today. I just want to like sit and chat, but I know I need to like give you guys something that's beneficial, so you'll want to watch the video and follow along. But I just want to like chill, but I also want to talk. So like I was saying, it's a new month, new energy. I wanted to talk about closing cycles and cutting ties. So where do I start? So okay, so every 7 years we go through changes. You can literally look this up. There's 7-year cycles, there's 7 chakras, like there's 7, like the planets, all the things. I obviously need to do more research, but it's a thing. There's lots of like research on it if you want to go look that up. And in these cycles, like there's a lot of changes in the body, the mind, the spirit, the environment, like, you know, everything around you. You also know, like, when you're 7, you obviously are going through changes. When you're 14, you go through changes. 21, like, these are all the ages. Like, if you go with the 7 multiplication, it makes sense that you would go through changes at those times. In these times though, you also go through 2-year cycles. I believe it's called like a 2-year karmic cycle. So as you guys saw in my last 2 vlogs, I went through my spiritual journey. I talked to you guys about what has happened in my life in the past 2 years. I'm sorry if you can hear the road, by the way. Obviously we're outside. I hope I'm a lot louder than that, but we won't know until we edit. So yeah, so I was talking to you guys about my journey over the past 2 years, and you know, I've learned a lot and I've grown a lot. I've helped a lot of people. I've made a lot of changes in my environment. I've traveled. I've just done a lot of things, but I also have, you know, with each year and each and every day, I get a clearer vision of what I want to do, who I want to be, like the steps I want to take, and that kind of thing. All these things are changing, so that's why I believe that my 2-year karmic cycle is up, which you guys obviously again know what has happened in my life in the past 2 years, so you're probably like, yeah, Devon, like you probably need a little break or something new. So kind of where I'm trying to go with this is that, okay, I was able to take a lot of the things, the situations, the people that were in my life, and take those as a learning opportunity and continue to grow. So if you're going through something right now, if you have past family trauma that you're dealing with or that you haven't dealt with and it still is like bothering you or causing problems in your life, that kind of thing, like everyone has situations that occur in their life, and if you don't take those and choose to learn from them, they're going to continue to happen. So let's say, I'm going to give a relationship example, I'm going to give a friendship example. So relationship, let's say you have relationships, you know, whatever they are, and you constantly get cheated on. Every relationship you've been in, you've gotten cheated on, you've gotten played, you've been lied to, whatever it is in that realm. Or it could be something completely different, but I feel like that's an easy example. Like, there's a lot of distrust, and this continues to happen in your relationships. I'm not saying it's your fault, but I'll tell you why it's low-key your fault. So when these tower moments happen, so like a tower moment is like basically when like a lot of not bad things occur, but it's just like a time to take lessons and like learn from those. So it could be like a death, a breakup, like bad things. So when a tower moment happens, that is it's not a sign, but it's like a message or a lesson, I guess, from your higher self. So like your future self, your angels, the universe, that are trying to put this thing in your way, cause destruction, and show you, okay, you need to learn from this. This is not the vibe, like, or whatever. Like, again, let's say relationship, they're like, you get cheated on. They put that in your path and they're like, okay, now you need to learn from this. If you choose to be sad and cry and fuck him, like, you know, that kind of thing, and just like move on to the next person and get into a new relationship right away with someone that's completely different, whatever, and you don't take the time to learn from the past relationship, so you don't do any self-reflection. You know, if they cheated on you, let's say, like, you can't blame them for everything. You should think, okay, you know, why did this happen? Why was there mistrust? Like, how was I not able to see that they were cheating or that they were unhappy? Like, whatever it is, like, you need to really ask yourself these deep questions so that you're able to learn from it and grow. Because if you don't take these steps, it's gonna happen again. So that might have not made sense, so I'm gonna just give you some names here. I'm gonna give you some names, okay? So Sally and Josephine, right? They meet, they're together, having a happy relationship, whatever. Josephine gets a little unhappy, so, or, you know, has some trauma that is undealt with, or whatever Josephine's reasons are. Josephine starts cheating on Sally, right? Sally doesn't know, Sally finds out, Sally is upset, they break up, right? Sally's all like, fuck Josephine, Josephine ain't shit, blah 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 blah. And then Sally decides to get into another relationship, you know, a month later with Patricia. And they have a great time. Sally's happier than she's ever been because it's completely different than a relationship with Josephine. And then Patricia cheats. And Sally's like, what the hell? Why is everyone cheating on me? Blah, blah, blah. Goes through the same thing. Sally meets Jennifer. Same thing. And Sally's probably wondering, like, why is everyone cheating on me? Like, these people, and there's a lot of times, like, as humans, we blame others, especially if you are, like, a victim of being cheated on or lied to, that kind of thing, you'll blame the other person, right? So, Sally's blaming Josephine, she's blaming Patricia, she's blaming Jessica, is that the name I said? I don't know, for being cheated on. But what Sally isn't doing is Sally isn't asking herself, you know, why has this happened? You know, do I have trust issues? Do I maybe project these issues onto other people? I pick all the wrong people. But is that true? Is that a true statement? Am I really getting to know these people before I jump into a relationship? Like, Sally isn't doing the self-reflecting, so Sally's continuing the cycle, and her higher self, the universe, the angels, are continuing to give her people, the same kind of people that will cheat and do all these things, because until Sally decides to take from that situation and learn from it and grow. Does that make sense? Like, I might have lost you guys, but if you kind of, like, this is what I mean when I said I have a hard time articulating my thoughts into words. I'm really trying. Like, I just hope you guys, like, get it. So essentially what you need to do in that situation, if you're like constantly being lied to, cheated on in a relationship, do a lot of self-reflection. Find your inner peace. Find things that make you happy, especially if you find that you're someone that's a little more codependent. You need to be able to be happy on your own and not find your other half. You need to find someone that adds value in your life. Or you don't need to, but if someone wants to come into your life, if Sally wants to get into a new relationship, that person needs to add value and bring something that Sally doesn't have. But Sally needs to be complete with herself and find herself and be happy with herself before she can find that happiness in someone else. Because if she continues to rely on someone else for happiness, she's going to continue to get these tower moments from the universe, the angels, her higher self, until she decides to learn from it and like grow from that situation. Does that make sense? Am I speaking English? Like, I'm essentially trying to say there are tower moments that we will get, and like I chose to do with a lot of the tower moments that came into my life, I decided to look at them from outside perspectives. I threw away the magnifying glass and I looked at the bigger picture, and I considered all of these factors, and I decided to ask myself questions, learn from them, challenge myself so I could grow, so that these cycles won't repeat. It's the same with friendships. If you're constantly, you know, if you find friends that, like, you know, are just like not great friends and they're not always there for you, and you're constantly, and then you find new ones and then like they play you again or whatever, they're just like, you don't really find your true best friend. Like, you're gonna continue regardless of the situation, friendships, relationships, like jobs, anything, you're going to continue in life to have the exact same things happen. It will look different in other people or different situations, but the same cycle will continue to repeat unless you learn from it and choose to learn from it and choose to grow from it. Like, that That is so important. With tower moments, I know we've all had them. I know they look different with everyone, but it's really important to not blame other people, or not even blame yourself, or not be hard on yourself, but just choose to learn and choose to grow, and not put that on anyone else, so that you can become a better person, and you can grow, and you can find yourself, and you can find happiness without other people or without these things, so that they won't repeat in your life, so that you actually can grow and find that relationship that you've always been looking for, or find that best friend, or find that job, that position that you've always wanted and you've always felt like you deserved. But that will not happen for you. I'm telling you, these good things, these good people, these everlasting things that you feel like you deserve will not happen if you aren't learning from the things in your life that continue to repeat, or that are direct messages that shouldn't be in your life. Like, tower moments are things that happen so we can learn, or they're direct messages to say, look, this is trash, learn from it. If you're not learning from it, it's gonna happen again. I'll tell you that right now. And I bet some of you, if you're kind of following with what I'm saying, because I know I've been going all over the place, but I bet some of you can probably think of situations in your life, or jobs, people, friends, anything, and you can find similarities in them that have happened, right? Because you're not learning from it. Do some self-reflection today. Do some self-reflection this week of things in your life or situations that you may be a little unhappy with, and try and throw away the magnifying glass and look at the bigger picture, and find the areas where you can learn from that and grow, and dig deep within yourself to like heal those wounds, heal those traumas, so that going forward things will be different and things will change. I know some of you may not understand what I'm talking about when I talk, but I know some of my friends do get it. I don't have to say, do you understand what I'm saying? Because they just follow along. So I appreciate every single one of you, especially those of you that like, okay, this is just like a disclaimer. When I talk, and I'm really trying to get better at this, but this is just how I communicate, this is just how my brain works. If you can try your best to just follow with what I'm saying, because if it doesn't make sense at one point, it will make sense, because I repeat myself constantly in different ways, right? But if you don't get it, just like pause and try and like, maybe that's my fault. I'm really sorry if you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm trying my best, but it's like, it's hard to explain things that I just understand, that I just get. But that's what I'm doing here. That's what I'm trying to do, okay? So just bear with me. I will definitely get better at doing this. This is the best. I'm doing my best right now, okay? So please bear with me. Okay, so closing cycles and cutting ties, right? So tower moments, these are happening, blah, blah, blah. If you choose to learn from them, you choose to grow, you're closing that cycle, right? Because if you grow from that and you really do deep reflection, it will close that cycle. That most likely will not happen again if you learn from it and grow. So you'll get better things in your life. Cycles won't close unless you close them, right? Like that's pretty self-explanatory. So if there are things in your life, and I know I said this, but if there are things in your life that aren't going the way that you hope, or that you think you deserve, or that you want, do some reflection. Write these things down. Write how you're feeling about it. Write if this situation has happened maybe before but slightly different, and think, okay, maybe these people aren't the problem, or these things. I'm not saying that you're the problem, but maybe it's some inner work you need to do. Like, I have some friends that will always be in a relationship, always get played by guys, always will have friends that will leave their life and talk behind their back, that kind of thing, and they'll constantly complain about it. And I'm like, do you not see the people you're choosing to like surround yourself with? Do you not understand that like you're kind of doing this to yourself. Like you need to like figure out who you are, what you want, what you deserve, who you want to surround yourself with. And like if you're constantly getting played by guys, yeah, you're probably picking the wrong guys, but you also probably need to like not be in a relationship for a little bit and do some inner work, like actual genuine work, because you're just gonna get played again. Like, and then they get played and they don't listen to me. So do the inner work, do the inner healing, because I'm telling you, like that's how you actually grow, and things will change, and you'll understand your worth and the things you deserve and the things you want, and those things will come to you because you're actually meant to have them, because you did the work to deserve them. So basically, with the closing of cycles and of what I was previously mentioning about how you're going to continue to have the same situations, same type of people, same type of work, all that stuff in your life if you don't choose to learn from it, like that also involves cutting people off and cutting ties, right? And that can be really hard. You know, friendship breakups are like probably the worst. They suck a lot, but sometimes they're very much needed. And if you bring some of the problems to the attention of the people that you're having conflict with and they react really badly and they continue to put you down, like that is, if not the clearest sign that that person should not be in your life and won't be in your life for much longer, because life is long, it just goes by fast. So like, don't waste it, you know what I mean? If you have friends that are pulling you down or taking from you, or you don't feel like, I guess, safe in that environment with them, but you don't choose to remove them from your life or distance yourself or bring these problems to their attention, you may get some new friends, but these people might also eventually act the same as your previous friends, because you haven't taken the time to learn from what you surround yourself with and how to deal with that and how to better that. So these people will be the same. Does that make sense? So every aspect of your life, there will be tower moments if you don't choose to learn from them and grow. Like I said before, like it's okay to cut off people, it's okay to quit your job, it's okay to do these things, because there's so many opportunities, there's so many people in life that want to build you up and that see you the way you see yourself. They see the value, they want to help you, they want to be there for you and be genuine. And these people won't come into your life until you understand your own worth and what you deserve, and you put up those boundaries in your life. My word of advice here is that if you are choosing to, let's say, cut off some friends, don't just cut them off and like not communicate what the problem is. Like, do what you need to do to communicate all that and get that off your chest, but until you decide to like make new friends and surround yourself with new people, you need to put up boundaries in that in-between time so that the same cycle doesn't repeat, if that makes sense. So with closing of cycles, like there's a lot of learning, there's a lot of growth that can be done, but if you're not putting up boundaries and knowing your worth, like the same thing's gonna happen. Does that make sense? I feel like I need to color. I'm getting a little bit stressed because I feel like you guys just, you get me, but I don't know. I feel like there's, in my head right now, I just got the message, stay humble. Be hopeful. Do what you want with that information. Okay, yeah, so I can take from that. So stay humble. Be humble, stay hopeful, be humble. Okay, in the times where you're at really, really big highs, things are going amazing, you feel really good, like stay humble about it. Take that energy, take that good energy, acknowledge how you're feeling, carry that with you, but don't be whatever the opposite of humble is about it, because most likely those things won't occur again if you're not being gracious and expressing gratitude for what you have and what's being brought to you, okay? In your times of darkness, when you're really low and the people surrounding you, your environment, the relationships, the things aren't serving you, and those tower moments are happening, stay hopeful. You know, believe in yourself. Things will get better. You just need to believe in your power, and again, know what you do and do not deserve, because again, life is long. Things will happen. People will come and go, but they will continue to repeat. These cycles will continue to happen, and they will not close if you don't learn from it. So if you're in that spot where you're just low and you're not feeling good and all your friends are not the vibe, like, stay hopeful. Things will get better, and when they do, become humble about it. Because if you stay humble and you stay hopeful, these things will continue to grow, and you will elevate and continue to get better, because you learned from these tower moments, because when you were at your dark point, you stayed hopeful about it, and you didn't choose to continue to sink. Does that make sense? I think that's the message I just got. I think I said that correctly. I don't know, guys. I really hope you understand what I mean when I talk. I know sometimes it may not make sense, and I hope one day I'll be able to really say my things clearly and everyone will just understand what I mean. Because maybe I'll become a motivational speaker. You never know. You never know. You might see me on a TED Talk. But I just want to get the message out that, you know, in these 7-year cycles, there are karmic situations, karmic 2-year cycles that will happen, and these 2 years can be the shittiest 2 years, but if you choose to learn, choose to grow, choose to do things for you, then, and learn how to close these cycles for you, because at the end of the day, you always have yourself. You're always gonna have yourself. You should be the one who looks out for yourself the most. You're your #1 priority. So when you do that, the next 2-year cycle will be really rewarding and all about you, and, you know, better people, better jobs, better things will come in because you set those boundaries and you chose to learn from those situations. So the universe, the angels, your higher self, they're not going to send you these karmic tower moments again, because you learned from them and you grew from them and you chose to close those. There might be different ones that come in, but that's part of the growth. That's part of the learning. So always take everything as a learning opportunity. Always reflect as much as you can. And if you're feeling like you're a type of person to blame a lot of other people for things that happen in your life, try and put that blame on yourself. And by that I mean, like, if you're like, oh, my husband doesn't love me anymore, something, is that true? Are you sure that's true? Why do you think that's true? Okay, how does that affect you? How about we put that on yourself? Do you not love him anymore? Do you not love yourself anymore? Okay, why? Why is that true? Is that true? Does this matter? How can we grow from this? How can we fix this? So that's like reflecting, you know? Ask yourself these deep questions, really get in tune with yourself and understand what's going on in your life, so that when things happen, you know how to grow from them, you know how to learn from them, you know how to take these situations and better yourself, so that you can actually see the things that come into your life that you do deserve to happen, and just greatness will come. Like, we all have the potential to have the best lives ever, to have purpose on this earth, and, you know, fulfill the purpose that your soul came into this world for, in this human form kind of thing. My little angels, okay? We all got it. I'm just saying, it's a new season, it's October, the energy feels good. I'm excited to see what's coming, and I'm excited to see what's coming for you guys. But I just want to say, things don't have to be bad. Things don't have to feel crappy. You can learn from this. You can grow from this, so that you can close that cycle, so that these things won't happen again. Because if you don't, I'm telling you, you will always be in shitty relationships. You will always be cheated on. You will always have friends that constantly take from you and don't build you up. You will always have jobs where the employers don't care about you and don't value your time. If you don't step back, look at the picture, and realize what's going on, and set boundaries and know your worth. The cycle will close if you choose to close the cycle and grow from it. So learn from the things that happen in your life. You got this. This new energy, I feel like we're all just gonna have an amazing rest of the year. I cannot believe we're in month 10. Like, where did this year go? I don't know. Why am I out of breath again? But yeah, at the end of the day, out of all of this, like, don't forget to love yourself first. Again, you're your most important person, and I truly believe in every single one of you that you can make the right decisions for yourself and have the best possible life and the best possible outcomes and the best possible environments and surroundings if you learn from the things that happen in your life, and you reflect, and you enable yourself to grow, and you allow yourself to know that cutting things is okay. Okay? And disclaimer, again, so sorry if this didn't make sense. I hope you watched till the end of the video and you were able to follow along and understand what I'm saying, because I'm really trying. I'm really trying. This is me doing my best. So I hope you understand. I hope you could take something from it, and I hope that your life is already going amazing and you already have the best people in your life. But if you don't, now you know exactly why these things happen constantly and how to grow from them and how to get things to get better. Okay? Don't forget to love yourself first. Bye.